those different verticals. What we want to find out now, just before we go to coffee, is a funding talk. So Innovate, you've heard a couple of the talks this morning are grant funded. I'm going to have just a quick talk now from Nikos from Innovate UK. He's going to tell us about some of the funding opportunities in software and system B&V.
Good still morning, ladies and gentlemen. I know that I'm standing between you and your coffee break, so I will try to be brief. How many of you are not aware of Innovate UK? Okay, so the 2 slides will go very quickly. Right now, we are organized in 4 sectors. 3 of those are specific market sectors in emerging the health and life sciences, the infrastructure systems, and the manufacturing materials. And one of them is technology sector. So we are organized like that as of last year to be able to respond better and it to be easy to make easier for you to follow up what competitions we have. So for each of these sectors, we have 2 broad competitions each year. So that means that they are with 6 months interval among them. So it's easier for you to follow up when you want to submit an application. We do have, but not so often, some specific theme-specific competitions. We have had, for example, for compound semiconductors, and we have had a competition for us. Now, close to 2 years ago, we had a competition for software verification and validation. The objective was to have this type of competition to explore new opportunities and new methodologies for software verification and validation, but the problem that we had was for what type of systems. The classification that we used at that time was for complex systems, and there were 2 main categories for these systems to be made complex. One was the cyber-physical category, and the other was systems with emergent behaviors. So a risk was needed to be able to apply and have the competition. I think earlier in the Thales presentation, the project that was presented is one of the applications that was successful for them. And as you can see, we will have a workshop in the middle of next month, so everybody is welcome if you wish to participate. So the context that we had, cyber-physical systems, system of systems, IoT or IoT systems, and then we had systems with emergent behaviors. We used that at that point as a baseline. So that was the areas of the competition. Right now, we are organized differently. We have robotics and autonomous systems. So for robotics, we have systems that can be cyber-physical systems that can be either remotely controlled, automated, or autonomous. Notice that we distinguish between automated and autonomous systems. We have autonomous systems, which are systems that they don't need explicit instructions to achieve their objectives, more or less. That implies some variations of AI. And there is some overlap there as well. So this is the framework that we have, similar to the previous one, but not the same because we are explicitly addressing robotic systems. This is a framework, this is consistent, not necessarily universally accepted, but this is the framework that we're using, and this is what is applicable for the robotics and autonomous systems competition. So in the scope, as you can see, we are very broad, and we do have systems and systems engineering, system verification, validation, certification, which is the areas that are applicable for today's event. So it is system, it can be software, but the emphasis here is for items that will end up in a robotics or autonomous system. Meaning that you can develop and do the validation, the verification of the logic of the system without necessarily having to do the verification of the overall system. I guess I was brief enough to be ready for the coffee break, and I'm open for questions.
Do you have any questions, or maybe we should take another coffee? Okay, I suggest we go to, thank you, Nikos, thank you very much.